Now, storage vMotion does not use the vMotion kernel NIC. What it does is it moves the storage between two data stores that are connected to the same host. So you can't use storage vMotion to move from a set of disks that are local to one host to a set of disks that are local to another host. Storage vMotion needs to operate within a single host. It needs to be able to move from one data store to another without having to move the compute. So we're now going to go and migrate. I'm going to use this storage vMotion tool to move this virtual machine to the NFS data store that we created earlier. And you'll notice straight away there is a problem. The NFS data store isn't there. And that's because I've specifically removed it from host 1. If we go and look at data stores, it's on host 2, but it's not configured on host 1. So I'm going to go and change that. Mount data store to additional hosts. We'll mount it back onto host 1. Right, now go to migrate again. Change storage only. We can move it onto that data store. Go next and finish. And we can see this relocation task is taking place. Let's go and take another look at the console again. And we can see again it is carrying on without a care in the world. Let's take a look at moving both the host and the storage at the same time. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to detach my NFS data store from my second host for a moment. So that's completed. Then we'll say migrate, change both compute, resource and storage. I'm going to choose host 2, so I'm moving the virtual machine to host 2. I'm going to say I'm moving it to data store 1. That worked because it was able to move the storage first to a data store that was shared by both hosts, and then it could move it to the other host. We'll be able to do the same in the reverse as well. If we say migrate, I'm going to change both compute and resource and storage. I'm going to move it to host 1. We're going to move it to NFS DS. So host 2 cannot communicate directly with NFS DS. So it's going to move the virtual machine to host 1 first. Then it's going to be able to move the storage. So we can issue these commands at the same time, or we can do them one at a time if we need to. We could manually move the storage and then move the virtual machine. But it's important to notice that they are doing these as two separate tasks. So it is not moving the storage and the compute in parallel, and therefore at least one of the hosts involved in the process needs to be able to see both data stores.